So, good morning, everybody. And it is a very, very good morning because today we have Mr. Bagir with us, and it's a very good opportunity for us because he has specially joined us from Toronto. And now, today, we're going to know a lot about Niagara College Toronto campus. I know you have a lot of questions, so you can put your questions in the comment section. And once again, I'm really thankful, sir, for joining us.
Thank you very much, Surbi. Thank you very much, Landmark Immigration. Hello, everyone. This is Bagir here from late Toronto. It's a bit after midnight over here in Toronto, Canada. Would like to say everyone very good morning and thank you for finding a time and joining us. Today. Um, as Surbi rightly mentioned, we have been making series of sessions between Niagara College Toronto and Landmark Immigration. My name is Bagir. I'm a regional director for South Asian countries of Niagara College Toronto, and um, and today we will try to yet again explain what are the benefits of studying with Niagara College Toronto. However, today, if I'm allowed, I would like to slightly change the format of today's session. Instead of me speaking a lot about what the program is and what are the benefits, I'll very quickly brief you with some of the very interesting facts that I'm sure would be very beneficial for you to know, but that will be very quick coverage. We'll speak about Canada a little bit. We'll speak about Toronto a little bit because it's I believe it's very important for us to highlight those facts. And I explain the reason why. We'll also speak a little bit quickly about the programs that we have to offer for our potential international students applying from India. And for September intake, what are the benefits? What is it that they can gain? And after that, I would like to dedicate some time, Surbi, if possible, for the questions and answers session,
Yeah,
because
surely, surely.
I understand that it's very important for our students. They have tons of questions. The situation is not, it's not straightforward. It's a bit uneasy, and everyone would like to know, what is the situation? Shall I not do this or shall I do that? And I'm sure that we'll have lots of comments from our today's viewers, and I'll be happy to answer them bit by bit, and then we'll take it from there. So,
Yes.
very good morning, everyone, and without further ado, I'd like to start sharing my screen. As I have mentioned, I'm a regional director, and today I will explain you what Niagara College Toronto is and why we believe it's a very exceptional and, in fact, to a good extent, very unique opportunity for our international students to apply and reap the benefits what Niagara College Toronto has to offer for our international students. Now, what I'd like to start with is
Okay, if you want to share the screen, I can ask the team to please give us the access.
I am
So
trying to
we,
do so as we speak.
yeah. And we are also getting a lot of questions. So students, just stay tuned. We'll be taking questions after the presentations. So yes, and we can see the screen.
Wonderful. So just a quick notification, everyone who has some questions to ask, please leave your comments and questions, inquiries in the chat box, and we will come back to them as soon as possible to cover it. Now, we all know that all, young and talented students who are thinking about going abroad, if they graduated 10 plus two, some of the very young students, others who are more mature, who graduated bachelor's, it always occurred to them, shall I stick and continue my study if it's something that I would like to do in India? Because there are a plethora of very good, high profile institutions worldwide recognized. Or is it that I would like to use some investment and invest in myself and turn into an international student, or perhaps some savings that was made by my parents? And if I would like to have this, international student experience, and what is the country that I would like to apply? Is it going to be Canada? Is it going to be, the UK, Australia, United States? All those questions, of course, are natural for students, and rightly so. But what is Canada that we believe has implies that perhaps no other country can presently offer? There are a few reasons. Canada is not for it's not a coincidence, and it is not out of nowhere has become into an absolute international, colossal international um, magnet, if you will, for international students in terms of education. Number one is because Canada stands for the best value for money in terms of how much you're paying for your education and you'd like to invest it and get the best quality out of your investment. And it's widely recognized, worldwide recognized rather, that Canada is the best option for that. Number one. Number two is what Canada has to offer. Canada yet again proved to be an absolute pitch of of the country in terms of a life standard, and based on the international surveys that was made just over a month ago, Canada has turned into number one choice for majority of international students, for majority of the people around the world who was voting. What is the best country that you would like to live and spend your life in? And Canada ranked number one again. So that speaks volumes itself. And it's not the first time that Canada was voted it's consistently on the very, very top of the countries that a majority of the people would like to live in. But what is the reason that a lot of people are striving and trying to come to Canada? What is so good about Canada? As I mentioned, life standards, number one. It's very safe, very immigration friendly, with a very clear pattern of what you need to do for you to immigrate. If this is something that you would like to do, you have those chances once you graduate your studies in Canada. We know that. Secondly is, it's a very diverse country. There in Toronto, and we'll speak about that, in a minute. Toronto itself has more than 220 different ethnicities and nationalities. So you will never feel homesick because you'll always feel like home. Lots of diasporas, from India first and foremost, but of course from South Asia, from across the planet too. So having that in mind, that of course makes Canada, an absolute attraction. But however, we can sort of apply the same aspects to a lot of countries in the UK and the United States. But what is it that we have here in Canada, perhaps, that no other country can offer? It's recognized for an outstanding quality of education, affordable tuition fees, and living, something that I have just discussed. Canada's welcoming country, unique Canadian culture, embraces diversity, something that we have touched upon. Also, Canada is considered one of the safest countries in the world for international students. Absolutely 100% true. Canadian colleges and universities graduate with a strong earning potential between 2000 and 2019, created 1.8 million new jobs for graduates. And this is ultimately something that Canada stands out. Why? And this is around this particular topic we will be sort of discussing all our today's basically session. Canada is all about creating and granting new opportunities, and first and foremost job opportunities for our newcomers, for our international students. And Niagara College Toronto, like no other academic institution, will be offering you that unique opportunity. How is it going to be happening? We will be speaking in a minute. So Canada is a land of possibilities. Many international students choose to immigrate Canada via PGWP, also known as a postgraduate work permit, which absolutely applies to any graduate of Niagara College Toronto. So I would also like to touch upon, after we just briefly outline what Canada has as an advantage, international sort of education destination, Toronto. So it's not because I have lived in Toronto for some time that I can speak based on my experience, but it's also the stats that don't lie, because Canada is absolutely powerhouse, and it's the biggest territory and population wise city in Canada, but also one of the biggest cities in entire North America. That includes lots of big cities of the United States. So it's an absolutely top cities in across North America that makes any settlers who travel to Canada study and then strive and then try to get some of to seek the opportunities on the labor market. Toronto, like no other city, can do that, can offer it. So basically, Toronto is the country that is one of the most diversified, and it's a hub for international job placements. And if again, Toronto can offer you the abundance of job opportunities that no other province, no other city can do that. And it's very easy to understand why, because the way Toronto has grown for the last particularly 5 years 5 years ago, it was just 3.5. Now it's over 6 million. That would include the GTA, that we call it here, Greater Toronto Area. And I'm sure that based on the conversation with your friends, perhaps relatives who are living in Canada, you can get those feedback. It's constantly growing city with a very good chance for our newcomers to have their settlement, their dream job, perhaps, there's something that they would like, to do for a living once they graduate, studies in Canada. So Toronto is financial and global business capital. Absolutely, 100% true. Rated as one of the top 4 global cities with economic clout and the strongest job growth in Canada. This is something that we should discuss. There is no other place that can offer you higher or better job growth than Toronto. It's consistently ranked one of the world's most livable cities. What you have to do, the reason why it says livable, there are lots of other factors apart from, okay, I have a very good job, I have very high profile and good paid job, but what are the other factors that influence my decision and decision of my family to settle in Toronto or nearby? There is a stats that 70% of any travelers, of any international students or any generally travelers who try to immigrate to Canada, 70% just, oops, sorry. Sorry, can you still see me? There's something that, okay, I think this is better. I apologize for this. Very quick bleep. Can you see?
No, it's completely fine.
It's fine. Okay.
I can now see the screen.
Okay,
Yes, I can.
Okay. So what I was trying to say is 70% of the travelers settling in Toronto or GTA, because also among some other important factors, because also for Canada is a big place. It's very important to understand, and traveling, for example, from one east coast to the west coast to Vancouver, it takes 5 hours of a flight. So generally, it's a very diverse country, big country with a different time zones as well as different climates. Okay, and Ontario and Toronto per se has, unlike some different parts, 4 seasons. Okay, as a proper season, from hot summer to cold winter, to absolutely mild and beautiful fall, to with the splendid scenes of a spring. And this is everything that Toronto can offer you. And again, this is one of the reasons why a lot of a lot of immigrants are trying to settle in Toronto or nearby in Greater Toronto Area. And of course, it's extremely multicultural, and it has to offer you over, there's more than 220 different nationalities. I think there's a little bit of a technical issues, glitches here,
Yeah.
but just to be on a safe side, I would like to ask Surbhi whether you can see and you can hear me very well, as well as my screen. Are you able?
I can see you. I can hear you very well, but we cannot see the screen now.
Okay. Well, let me try to share my screen again. But I promise you, I think I have done everything what I'm supposed to be doing. No, I cannot share my screen over here. This is, I guess, back to your.
I just
team.
asked the team to give us the permission, I guess.
But meanwhile, I'd like to keep continuing about what the programs we have. We, as soon as we have this technical, and we apologize for that, technical issue being fixed, we will come back, and I will be happy to share those, basically the files that I have in place. What
I can suggest is, I'm really sorry, till the time the technical issue is being fixed, so we can take some questions of our students as well. So, and then later on we'll share the screen. Would it be fine?
I mean, whatever is suitable for our viewers is suitable.
As you're comfortable, we can take some of the questions also, because a lot of questions are coming up.
Okay. So I'll just quickly brief you out. What I would suggest, I have put at the very beginning in the chat. I should really put it as a comments too, I guess. No, in the chat I put a link from our official website. It's niagaracollegetoronto.ca. I would really encourage all our viewers to visit this site because this is the best and the, up-to-date information resource that you can utilize and obtain all possible information, any answers for your questions. So we presently have four different programs. One program is business diploma, 2 years for undergraduate candidates, the ones who graduated 10+2 and up for it, and then they can study 2-year diploma and make a career in business. It is number one. The admission criteria are very simple: 10+2, 55, 60%. And by all means, if you have any questions, please reach out to Surbi's team, to Landmark Immigration. I perhaps should have mentioned that Landmark Immigration are one of the most key and strong partners of Niagara College Toronto for many years, not only in India but across South Asia. In fact, it's one of the best partnership across the world. So there, with Landmark Immigration, you're certainly in a safe pair of hands. So going back to the topic of what the programs that we have to offer, apart from 10+2 undergraduate candidates applying and studying 2 years of diploma, we have three certificate courses, which the duration over 1 year. It is for graduate students, ones who graduated bachelor's back in India. One of them is hospitality tourism management. Another one is human resource management, and last but not least, IBM, international business management. What is important for our students to understand? I understand that when you apply for any institution, you always our international students are always opportunists. They would like to go for and strive for different options at the same time. What Niagara College Toronto has that perhaps no others can offer you. Think about Niagara College Toronto as an opportunity that would give you a chance to get what is required for you to have to apply for the in future for your jobs, should you wish to settle in Toronto or anywhere in Canada. That via the field placement that we have as a part of our program, we are helping our graduates whilst they study and whilst they graduate to be, if you will, having a full access to our partnership that we have more than 100, the most prominent and leading in industry companies. And then I would invite you again to visit our website and to see what partnerships they are. And you'll be pleasantly surprised that from hotels to to other restaurants, to the market and logistic companies, multi national and local Canadian ones, that some of the biggest. So basically, our students will have this opportunity to study, particularly when they study human resource management. It's very important that we know that part of this program is a field placement of 300 hours of a compulsory field placement for you to polish your knowledge and apply your theory into the practice, and make your sort of living and make your career out of human resource management. And it's very important that human resource management, hospitality tourism management, as well as international business management are the professions that have a very high demand on the job market. So basically, I just wanted to quickly cover it, and I think it will be better if we have we switch into the questions and answers. I'd like Surbi to help me with that. If we have any questions that we would like to openly discuss, this related to education generally, if there's any questions, but also to Niagara College Toronto. What is it that Niagara College Toronto has to offer? How we prepare to go extra mile? I think I have briefly explained everything, but I would really like to have the questions that might be, a very sort of concerned that concerning our audience, and then I'll be happy to answer. Surbi, over back to you. Thank you.
Surely. So we have a lot of questions, and I'll just take first question from Karan Singh, and he's saying that he's having 2019, he's from the medical stream with maths 66%, but he's having 6 overall and 2 modules 5.5. So the IELTS score is a little less. So what I would request you to please explain to the general that what is the English proficiency requirement for apply for Niagara College Toronto?
So very good question related to admission requirements. When it comes to undergraduates, which is 2-year diploma, it is 6.0 overall with 5.5 allowed in one band. When it comes to graduate certificate, it's 6.5 in IELTS, with 5.5 allowed in one band. However, it is very important to know that once you visit our website, you'll be able to see that there are some other English proficiency certificates that we accept, from Duolingo to TOEFL, from PTE to some other Cambridge, and Kaplan and what's not. But just to answer this question, I see the candidate currency, and thank you for your question. 12 passed in 2019, 66, which is considerably high, and then I see no problem to apply. IELTS overall 6.5 with the 2 modules 5.5. Dear Karan, I would love to embrace this opportunity and encourage you to apply, and I would really like you to do that. But however, I want landmark immigration students to have a swift and very quick admission process, which is, by the way, if people are still asking here, or perhaps would like to ask, is between 5 to 8 days. So basically, within 2 weeks, you will receive letter of acceptance, given that the candidate is falling into the required entry criteria of Niagara College Toronto admission. And if so, then you receive letter of acceptance, which is limited from 2 to 3 weeks, that you have to cover your deposits and then apply for study permit. It's a fairly quick, very swift and smooth process. Now, going back to Mr. Currency, is the fact that you have two 5.5 bands. I would really encourage you to retake it and improve it to those particular, because why? It is very important that not only you are fulfilling admission criteria of Niagara College Toronto, you'll also sort of excelling or increasing your chances for your study permit to be secured. That's another thing that I'd like to point out here. But over to you, Surbhi. Thank you for your question, Karan.
So some of the students are also asking about the turnaround time. So what is the turnaround time?
Turnaround time. Okay. Turnaround time. So for you to understand how admission process works, it's very quick. You apply via Landmark Immigration. They know what they've been doing. They've been doing for many years. They apply online for you. They submit or upload all your profile to the portal, and within 2 weeks, or sometimes it's very short, within 1 week and a bit, you receive letter of acceptance. If your profile is accepted, if your profile is accepted, you receive letter of acceptance. The very next thing, you have to cover it and follow up with if you would like to strive for what you call student direct stream, also known as SDS, then you are expected to cover a first year of your studies as a part of the requirement of SDS. If not, you're more than welcome to cover a part of it, which is a minimum deposit, and then once this is covered, you can receive instantly. It's automatic generation of a payment receipt, having on one hand your letter of acceptance, on the other end your payment receipt. You can apply for your study permit, and once you're secured, we are looking forward, and this is something I guess in the back mind, or maybe front mind of our students, will we have September intake in class sessions? Where I sit right now, it is the 26th over here, is the way we have our vaccination, and I'm sure that you're following the news. I'm referring to Ontario vaccination processes, and there's a 3 stages that was announced by a cabinet, Ministry Cabinet of Ontario. But somewhere beginning of August, we should fully be functional, and I'm looking forward to sort of welcome our international students for in-class sessions for September. I'm sure that this is something that a lot of people would like to ask. Back over to you, Surbhi.
So then there's a question from Mandeep Singh, and he's asking how much days classes are there in Toronto campus. So basically, he's asking about the curriculum. What is the curriculum? So, what curriculum they take for their classes? Like they have to go for 4 days, 5 days.
Wonderful. Very good question. Okay. So generally, it's very easy to find that information on the website, but since it was raised, you're expected students, and it depends on the intensity of the classes. It depends what programs they study. Is it undergraduate program? If it's graduate, it's going to be more intense. But generally, the students are expected to study between 3 to 4 days, but generally it will be about 3 days a week, maybe 4. But the rest of the time, of course, I understand that majority of the people would like to work part-time, and then if the students are applying for human resource management, it's a 3 hours of a field placement. Very important to note. I understand that international students. I've been international students back in the day myself. I know how it is not easy to both study and work at the same time, and we'll have to sustain ourselves. But concentrating on your studies first and foremost is an absolutely foundation for you to have a better life moving forward. Because some of the students regrettably sort of dilute their focus to work rather than studies, forgetting why they're coming to Canada in the first place, and then it has sometimes a negative implications. My message would be: study well, study hard, complete as high as you can, and you'll see how it will have a very positive influence for you moving forward. Thank you, Surbi.
Thank you. So then there we have a question from Kiran, and he's saying that, hello, sir, I have done my master's in social work. Can I apply for human resource management for 1 year?
We'll be delighted to have you as our student in human resource management. We need students who are very high profile, perhaps graduated masters, and would like to switch departments. The only thing that I would like from my side to, when you apply for your, I mean, we will, if you are following, if you studied 2 years of your master's or MBA, you're more than welcome to apply for our human resource management. In fact, I would encourage you, because human resource management is a special niche, and has such a high demand on the labor market of Toronto in particular. Generally, it's absolutely one of the most demanding profession. By all means, do apply. Now, going back to the applicant question, is we will have no issue should you provide that you study 2 years of your masters, and we'll be happy to sort of offer you admission, given that your academics are fine. The only thing is, it will be down to between you and Landmark, or whoever you are applying for your study permit, to explain this to High Commission, the reason why you graduated masters and would like to switch your pattern of studies to human resource management. Over to you.
So then we are getting a lot of questions. I would just ask, the questions are coming up. So if you want to share your screen again, you can do that if you want to, if it is
Okay,
possible.
so you would like me to go from, okay.
No, if you want to. I'm just asking.
So okay, current applying. Okay, I guess this is some of it is in Punjabi. How much day classes are there? I can see that. I think we're offering. I'll be just going randomly. How much day classes in current time? I think we have answered that. What about
Answer that.
job opportunities in Windsor? Why should graduate? There's job opportunities anywhere. As far as the whole, job opportunities are concerned, anywhere in Canada. How can we book quarantine package? It's a good question, but it's a more question related to immigration, which I wouldn't want to be held for. It's immigration. This is to do. I guess it's better to ask Landmark Immigration for that. But the only thing what I can say, Canada is more opening up for the people who have fully been vaccinated. That is, they have a little bit of a lenience, if you will, right? As you know, I have a PPR, but passport not stamped yet. Should I book quarantine package? Again, this is the question you better connect with. When it comes to quarantine and traveling specifics, when it comes to quarantine and traveling, whatever letters are required from the institution to support you in your traveling, put your mind to rest. Niagara College Toronto will put everything in place and ensure that you have anything that you would need to have from the institutions that you're traveling and DLI that you secured your admission in. With the rest of the immigration questions, please, better refer to Landmark Immigration.
Yes, I would do that. Amandeep, if you can message me or call me, I'll surely help you. Then there is a question like, so please tell me about application fee waiver. So
Very
do
good.
we have the
Very
application fee
good.
waiver?
Thank you very much for that question. Anyone who applies with basically help, if you will, or support of Landmark Immigration, are exempted from application fee, which is 100 Canadian dollars. I think it's additional bonus for you. You can save some money. I can see the question coming from Shamli Kaur. 2019 pass out in BSc Economics, 53% PT, overall score 56. I apply for St. Clair College. I'm not sure what that question is. I leave it with you, Surbi, because we're here speaking with something.
So some other questions, there are some random questions are also coming up. So I would just request students, if you have any question that is not relatable to Niagara College Toronto, so you can WhatsApp me. You have the number, that's 90413 90412. I would just request, if you have any question that is relatable, you can comment in the comment section. So then Vishal Arya is asking, then I have done post graduation. I have any postgraduate agriculture diploma? No, we don't have. In the Niagara College Toronto campus, we don't have.
We only have, at this point of time, what is important here to keep in mind, our viewers, ladies and gentlemen, is the fact that we have only launched this Niagara College. Because Niagara College, it's a very well-known international brand. It's a leading, it is the leading academic institution amongst 24 colleges across province of Ontario. It's a #1 research college in entire Ontario. Just think of that for a second. And putting that aside, now Niagara has a studying place, a campus that we recently launched 3 months ago, where our international student has a unique opportunity to study in the right downtown center of Toronto. Perhaps I missed that to mention. Why is it important? Why am I emphasizing the fact of it? Is because not many of colleges, Canadian colleges, has that opportunity to offer our international students the place where everything is right. It's the most premium place. Normally, the most central way of Toronto is regarded, I don't know if you heard of it, it's called Dundas Square. It's right across Eaton Centre shopping mall. So the place where international students of Niagara College Toronto will be studying is literally 5 minutes of a walk to that place. So you cannot get more premium of. So why is it important to study in that premium place? Because you have an instant access to everything from part-time to full-time to from field placement Niagara College. So you are thinking about Niagara College Toronto helping you to get not only very valuable and important skills and the knowledge, but an opportunity for you to apply that into the job prospects. That's what Niagara College is all about. I think this is a very important thing to keep in mind.
Yeah, it is. So I guess we have completed most of the questions, and most of the points are also being delivered to the students. Like from the, I just have the question regarding the academic criteria. What's the academic criteria that we follow?
Okay, academic criteria. I don't know if I can still share my screen. No, I don't seem to be able to share it. Anyway, I again, guys, I would like you to visit our website. And when you go to the admissions, you'll see there is every country that you would like to opt for to see the admission criteria. But let me just go through quickly. For the diploma program, the requirement is proof of graduation secondary institution, as well as academic transcript of secondary institution. National Secondary School Board 10+2 diploma is 60%. Now, all required courses 50%. Some state boards may be considered equivalent to the national board. Some of them 10+2 65, but generally it is about 60% of 10+2. We mentioned proficiency of English, which is 6.0 for undergraduates with 5.5 in one band. When it comes to graduate certificate, it is a 6.5 of IELTS with a 5.5 allowed in one band. The academic criteria is proof of graduation post-secondary institution. Applicants must complete their studies within last 5 years, but proof of academic transcript from post-secondary institution. So grade average, about 50, all required courses, no less than 55%. So again, we are speaking about more or less between 55 to 60%. It's very flexible, very standard, and open doors for large majority of international students to apply for our programs. Surbi.
Yeah. So then there is a question from Samarpreet Singh. So though we don't have anything that is relatable to, I guess, engineering or the electrical engineering, but can that student go for business because they must have studied maths in their diploma or in their
very good
12th?
question. Yeah. So this is the question. Thank you, Samarpreet Singh. It's coming from the student, and if I got the message right, I have studied my mechanical engineering or electrical engineering for quite some time. Now I'd like to, and I have had in my career lots of students, across India or across South Asia or elsewhere, that I have studied that. I've decided that I don't want to continue this. Can I switch my career and study, business? For example, human resource management again, or hospitality and tourism management. It's a multi-billion industry that a lot of people, even who made a career in business, who made lots of fortune, and being in a very considerable age, they're trying to come and study it because of they want to open their own businesses and understand how things operate within the industry. Or some of those who are just fresh graduates and they say, I would like to make my career in human resource management. I have a passion for it, and I think that I'm gonna make a very good profession. I'm gonna be a very good professional, and in that particular sphere or in that direction. More than welcome to apply. All we need to do is that I can see 68 and 3. It is perfectly fine to apply if you have a IELTS sufficient level of English proficiency. By all means, please apply, and Landmark Immigration will be happy to help. Thanks.
Yeah, surely. So any student who's asking me question today, and if they are looking to apply, they have to send me their documents at the same number so we can get your applications done. We are also having the application fee waiver, so you need to grab the opportunity as soon as you can, and we are also open for September. Still, we are open for September. So there is a very good question from Harman. He's saying my brother is 60% pass out from the commerce background in their 12th and 6 overall, 5.5 in one module. Can he apply?
The answer is very imminent and categorical. Yes, this is type of students that would like to have. Of course, given the fact that we have very business oriented students, first and foremost would like international business sort of students applying for our programs. Not only that, would like to limit them, limit the students who are graduated business related field to apply, but generally students who from commerce, from international business are the ones who would like to see first and foremost. And to answer the question of Mr. Harman Mahal, yes, your brother is more than welcome to apply, and but from what I can see, he should not face any issues and secure the spot. September intake is very, very quickly and approaching very rapidly. I would like to encourage every and each of the inquirer who is still thinking, shall I not apply? Do I have to wait till? Do not let this, everything what is happening presently in India to stop pursuing your dreams. The sooner you start applying, the better for you, because these things will come to an end sooner or later, and you don't want to stop, and then dwelling on your dreams. Apply as soon as possible. Grant yourself a chance of a life-changing opportunity. Let us help you and make sure that you never, turn back. You never look back with a regret. Surbi?
So then there is a question that I get from a lot of students. What are work opportunities, or what are the work rights they're going to have after their courses? They have this confusion. Will they be going to get the postgraduate work permit or not? So if you can clear something about this.
I've already mentioned a few times, any student who
Yes.
graduates Niagara College Toronto will be eligible to apply for PGWP, postgraduate work permit. What is important here is, I think I've mentioned it a few times, the students who are having in mind, I want to polish my skills and my knowledge in this particular course, and I want to get the best possible, get opportunity, and I want to get, because let's not forget, job market is very competitive. Lots of people are coming from entire planet to apply for the best. So we are here to get you an opportunity to get the best possible knowledge, and try via the placement and the partnership that we have for you to have a taste, if you will, of what Canadian experience is. So to answer that question is, if you are thinking about being a very good student, getting an absolutely high level of education with a possible field placement, if you have what it takes, you're in the right place. Survey.
Yeah. So then there is a question from Sahib, and he's just saying that I've completed my 12th with commerce stream and I got 53%, IELTS, I'm having 6 overall, 5.5 in 2 modules. Can I get admission in Niagara College?
This is something that I would have to leave with Landmark to make a very thorough assessment. From what I can see, 53% is might be just under, but I leave it with Landmark. They have already processed lots of students. But IELTS, I think this question was already asked. 6.5 is fabulous, but we accept students with 5.5 in one band only. So looks like, with a high degree of certainty, Nishan, either IELTS would need to be retaken, or perhaps Duolingo or TOEFL, whichever is more suitable for you. Thank you.
So then there is a
Jasprit
question.
Kaur asking the question. Yes. Jasprit
So,
Kaur is asking the question. I've completed my master in geography. Wonderful. 70%. Fabulous. After my teaching experience, IELTS score is 6.5. What option can I get for September intake? Any option you would like, madam. I would sort of offer you. I would like to offer rather you any of the free graduate certificate, from hospitality and tourism management to human resource management to IBM, international business management, whichever you feel the strongest towards. And given that you have a very good degree, would enable you with a high degree of certainty to secure your place. Thank you. For September
yes,
intake.
yes.
The
So
sooner the
Jasprit,
better. The sooner the
okay.
better.
Yeah. So sooner the better. So Jasprit, what you can do is, as soon as you can send me your documents, I can get it applied today or tomorrow, as soon as you send me your documents. And you have to send the documents through the WhatsApp number that you can see on the screen, that is 90413 90412. So now I guess we have completed most of the questions, and no other questions are also coming up. So Saib is asking, 5.5 in 2 modules is accepted or not? Clear me, please, because I want to start my process.
Okay. I would like to draw the line here and do one thing. Number one, please apply and at least send your profile for Landmark Immigration to make analysis, a thorough research. Okay, so basically to go through your profile, and that will be telling you the safety or safeness, if you will, whether you're on a safe side or there are certain things that you will have to improve. But and on one hand, on the other hand, if you visit NiagaraCollegeToronto.ca website and visit admission criteria, you'll see that IELTS for graduate certificate candidates is 6.5 overall, with a 5.5 score is allowed in one band only. If you have two 5.5, it's up to you how you're going to play this round. You can submit Duolingo if you want to quickly retake it, and perhaps, but if it's IELTS that you would like to stick with, the good chances that you'll have to retake it. Survey.
So, Saib, what you can do is contact me. I'll just
Please.
clear your doubts if you have any. And you can also come to the office when it is fine, it's comfortable, and we'll talk about your profile. And then, Shamli, what you can do is, if you want to know about St. Clair College, Windsor, I would request you to please WhatsApp me rather than commenting, because I'll be surely answering you through the WhatsApp. So thank you so much. I guess we have covered most of the questions and most of the points as well. If you have something that is left, if you want to deliver something to our students, so we can.
I guess today was arguably the most exciting session. Why? Because this is exactly what I initially planned. I wanted to dedicate the majority of our time to engage with the audience and answer a lot of questions. Indian audience are naturally very, illustrative. They're very high profile and very knowledgeable. They're asking the questions of completely and important and related to the admission part. And from my side, before we wrap up this session, I'd like to say thank you very much for finding the time and joining us. It was an education to be here today with you.
Yeah.
To start with, and secondly, we all are fully aware of the situation, what is presently happening in India. My main message, and I would like to stress out here, my main message is, please stay safe. Please Look after your families and friends. Be safe and sound. Whatever decision you make, if it is Niagara College Toronto for September intake, I can assure we will go extra mile to ensure that you have the most exciting, comfortable, and efficient both studying process as an outcome of your studies. But above all, thank you very much for being here with us. Please stay safe. Bye for now, and greetings from Toronto yet again.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining us. As it is too late there, I know, and you're taking time for us students. You're coming live on day-to-day basis. We'll be live, students. We'll be live with Mr. Bagir once again, and soon with
We'll be
some
soon.
more better news from there to us. So thank you so much for joining us.
We'll come
Thank
back
you.
soon. Bye for now. Thank you.
Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye for now. Thank you. Stay safe. Bye. So it was actually a very informative session though. I throughout was also getting a lot of knowledge because बहुत जरूरी होता है जब आपके साथ मैं ट्राई जब भी करती हूँ कि सुबह आपके साथ जब भी लाइव आऊँ तो फिर आपके साथ कोई ना कोई कॉलेज हो या मैं आपको किसी कंट्री के बारे में जरूर बताऊँ तो आज का सेशन भी उतना ही इंफॉर्मेटिव रहा. अभी क्या करेंगे अभी जो आपकी कॉल्स है मैं आई विल नॉट बी टेकिंग अप द कॉल्स टुडे बिकॉज आई विल बी टेक अप द कॉल्स आई एम गोइंग टू टेक अप द कॉल्स इन द आफ्टरनून सेशन. अभी क्या करेंगे अभी हम जो आज हमने डिस्कस किया है जो स्टूडेंट्स के क्वेश्चंस रह गए तो शामली as I was saying that it was so if you're looking for the St. Clair College Windsor it is all fine. They have all the work permits and everything. It's a public funded college, the big one, so don't worry. Now I passed my 12th with non-medical with 72% and maths 93%. Okay, so but my IELTS score is 6 overall 5.5 in 1. But I don't know why you got refusal Manveer Kaur. I don't think you need to revise. I don't think Joban Sandhu that Manveer needs to repeat her IELTS because we have got so many students. If you can see and go on to our pages, whether it's Instagram, whether it's YouTube, whether it's Facebook. So Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube have all the testimonials of students getting their visas with one module 5.5 and not only for the undergrad student but for the post-grad students as well. मतलब सिर्फ 12th पास आउट बच्चे को ही नहीं वीजा मिल रहा, इवन जो हमारे ग्रेजुएट स्टूडेंट है उनको भी 1 में 5.5 के साथ वीजा मिला है. तो आई वुड जस्ट से दैट Manveer, you should go for your refiling. Look for a college, some different college, look for a different course and a relevant one. Maybe your course is not relevant or something. You can look for CAPES also. Manveer, you need to contact me for the same. I'll discuss it with you. So Joban, it is fine. It's a good profile. You can wish to you can hope to have visa soon. So to the students who are having 2 modules 5.5, I would say yes, visa rate is somewhere around to be 60-40 and if you're looking to reappear, if you're comfortable then you can. Yes, Jaspreet Kaur, see Jaspreet, yes we have taken down a question I guess. मैं एक बार फिर से देख लेती हूँ. Yes, you are very much eligible for your visa. Who told you are not eligible for study or something? You are very much eligible. Ma'am, my file was picked up by embassy on 7, but they have asked for it's not picked up. It's in the processing, and if they have asked you for remedical, you have to get it done and you have to upload it. So, ma'am, I am eligible. I have already course ठीक मैम data analytics BCA तो बात बिल्कुल ठीक है. थोड़ा कोर्स भी वधिया है, PG लेवल का कोर्स है तो कोई इशू नहीं आएगा. फिर country it may take a longer to process it. So Yadvinder Singh, your profile is in competition. If you have a complicated profile, like if you have like some student have 6 each, you have 5.5 in 1, maybe you can get a little more time to get the offer. CA reports SOP में show करने हैं या benefit? CA report नहीं show करनी होती, आप अपने financials put down करने होते हैं, that's it. Non-ACS में yes फायदा है. हरजोत सिंह yes. स्टूडेंट जो आपके क्वेश्चंस होते हैं फाइलिंग से रिलेटेबल, मैं हमेशा एक एडवाइस ही आपको कर सकती हूँ कि जो आपके फाइलिंग से रिलेटेबल क्वेश्चन है प्लीज उसके लिए व्हाट्सएप कीजिए. आई एम नॉट अ कंसर्न पर्सन हु पुट्स फाइल्स, but yes, we have a very strong team. जो we have a different team that is and a strong one and a very experienced one who puts your file, who puts your files in the embassy. बहुत ही एक लंबा प्रोसेस रहता है. Our filing is something that we just रिलाई ऑन, और हम उस पर बोल सकते हैं कि हाँ हमारी फाइलिंग करके बहुत वीजा आते हैं. बिकॉज पहली चीज, जब आपको मैं या हमारे जितने भी काउंसलर्स हैं वो जब आपको कोर्स प्रोवाइड करते हैं, कॉलेज प्रोवाइड करते हैं, पहली चीज है, दो चीजें देखते हैं कि पब्लिक था, कोर्स कौन सा था, वो देखते हैं कि अच्छा रेलेवेंट है. फिर अच्छा अगर कोई प्राइवेट यूनिवर्सिटी भी है तो वो कौन सी रैंकिंग की यूनिवर्सिटी है, क्या बच्चे को वीजा मिलेगा नहीं मिलेगा, ये सब चीजों का ध्यान रखना पड़ता है हमें भी. एंड तभी हम आपको गाइड कर पाते हैं कि आप इस कॉलेज या यूनिवर्सिटी में अप्लाई करें. बट जब टाइम आता है आपकी फाइलिंग का तो देयर आर अ लॉट ऑफ डॉक्यूमेंट्स दैट आर इंक्लूडेड. सो उस चीज में फिर हम बहुत ध्यान रखते हैं. मेरी कंप्लीट फाइल आ 9 अप्रैल दी लगी, कदों तक रिजल्ट आ सकता है मैम? सून आई होप. सो यादविंदर इट्स फाइन, आप ऐसा कीजिए, एक्सक्यूज मी, आप ऐसा कीजिए यादविंदर, गो फॉर वन मोर कॉलेज, maybe you'll get the visa. Joban Sandhu, success rate for St. Clair is like very high. It's the very high for the PG courses. सो स्टूडेंट्स, अगर आप मिलना चाहते हैं हमें तो मिल सकते हैं, बट बहुत ही लिमिटेड नंबर्स में वी आर मीटिंग स्टूडेंट्स. जैसे कि अगर आप हमारी उन ब्रांचेस में जो कि ओपन है वहां जाना चाहते हैं तो देयर आर लिमिटेड टाइम जब व्हेन वी आर अलाउड. तो प्लीज ऑफर ऑल द सेफ्टी. आप अगर आना चाहते हैं यू कैन कम. वीजाज की बात करूं तो यस, वीजाज आर कमिंग अप एवरी डे. सो हाँ, थोड़ा कम आ रहे हैं, मैं ये नहीं कहूंगी बहुत बड़े लेवल पर वीजाज आ रहे हैं, बिकॉज ऑलमोस्ट इनके वीजाज आने थे. मई टेक तो ऑलमोस्ट हमारा क्लोज हो गया था, खत्म ही हो गया था व्हेन दिस कोविड थिंग हैपेंड, व्हेन द सेकंड वेव हैपेंड. तब तक मई टेक ऑलमोस्ट वी वर डन. एंड अभी सितंबर के लिए जिनका अप्लाई टू, इट कैन टेक टाइम बिकॉज अ लॉट ऑफ फाइलिंग हैज बीन डन throughout the India. So हाँ, टाइम लग सकता है. रणवीर, yes, PPRs are coming. आपकी कब तक आएगी आई कैन नॉट से एनीथिंग, बट yes, PPRs are coming. So उतना सब कुछ बंद नहीं हुआ. पिछली बार की तरह कुछ ऐसा नहीं हुआ कि सब कुछ बंद ही हो गया है. Things are going on. People are working from their homes. Embassies working from their on maybe also having work from home and everything. But yes, they are giving decisions. या अमरजीत चाहल और जोबन, यस, सेंट क्लेयर हैज वेरी गुड वीजा सक्सेस. बहुत वधिया वीजा सक्सेस रेशियो है. मैम बायोमेट्रिक वैलिडेशन लेटर कल्ला आया होया मींस कॉरेस्पॉन्डेंस रिजल्ट क्यों होल्ड किया हुआ है? सीएसपी पहले तो क्लियर करो अपनी चीज को कि जो बायोमेट्रिक वैलिडेशन लेटर होता है, इट हैज नथिंग टू डू विद योर रिजल्ट. इट्स जस्ट that your biometrics has been validated for 10 years. Result could be anything. It could be visa or it could be the other result. बट आपकी बायोमेट्रिक वैलिडेटेड ही रहेगी. आपकी बायोमेट्रिक की वैलिडिटी 10 साल की और उतनी रहेगी. सो कुछ चीजें थोड़ी सी टेक्निकल होती है. डोंट थिंक अबाउट दोस थिंग. रिजल्ट आएगा तो आपको एक पासपोर्ट सबमिशन लिखा आता है, पासपोर्ट सबमिशन रिक्वेस्ट. सो वो जब आएगी तब एक हमारी बहुत खुशी की बात होती है. जिन स्टूडेंट्स को आती है या हमारे जिन स्टूडेंट्स को आती है, ask us, we get really happy for those students because बहुत जरूरी है. पासपोर्ट जब इतनी मेहनत की, इतने पैसे लगाए, तो हाँ वीजा आना भी तो बहुत जरूरी है. So any student who's looking for other countries also, सिर्फ कनाडा की बात नहीं करेंगे, कुछ और कंट्रीज की भी बात कर लेते हैं. who's looking for USA or any other country should also be having a lot of options. So आप अगर ऑप्शंस जानना चाहते हैं तो वेरी सिंपल, आपको जस्ट अपना फोन उठाना है, यू हैव टू पिक अप योर फोन, यू हैव टू सेव आवर नंबर, that is 9041390412, and you can message us with your documents or any question. कुछ भी आपके डाउट्स है, कुछ भी है, तो यू कैन डू इट. VFS सेंटर्स हैं, हमारी ट्रैवल्स हैं. गुरप्रीत बाजवा, आई डोंट think and you should do it. So Amarjeet, Charles, sometimes I get a lot of questions कि वो आते जाते और मिस हो जाता है, and sometimes आपका अगर recent question आया होता है तो मैं जल्दी आंसर कर देती हूँ. मैं मेरी PTE से 57 स्कोर है एंड लॉयलिस्ट कॉलेज विच culinary management ऑफर लेटर आया, एंड मेरे +2 in 2007 2 years कोर्स इन कुकरी. बहुत ही ਵਧੀਆ ਕੋਰਸ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਚੂਜ਼ ਕੀਤਾ ਹੈ, ਬਿਲਕੁਲ ਰੈਲੇਵੈਂਟ ਹੈ. ਪੀਟੀ ਦਾ ਸਕੋਰ ਵੀ ਵਧੀਆ ਹੈ, ਰੈਲੇਵੈਂਸੀ ਵੀ ਬਣ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ ਕੋਰਸ ਦੀ, ਐਂਡ ਆਈ ਹੋਪ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਵੀਜ਼ਾ ਆ ਜਾਏਗਾ ਗੁਰਜੀਤ ਬਰਾੜ. एसपी वी कैन होप जून की स्टार्टिंग और 10-15 जून तक वी कैन होप योर रिजल्ट. इफ द प्रोसेसिंग हैज बीन स्टार्टेड, यस वी कैन. तो जिन बच्चों के बायोमेट्रिक्स डन है उन बच्चों को एक थोड़ा सा एड ऑन बेनिफिट है कि हाँ उनके जो रिजल्ट्स हैं वो उनको मिल रहे हैं. जिनकी बायोमेट्रिक्स डन है उनको रिजल्ट्स आ रहे हैं, रिजल्ट्स में कोई डिलेज नहीं है. सो यस एसपी और एनी अदर स्टूडेंट हु इज वाचिंग माय लाइव राइट नाउ, आई एम जस्ट सेइंग जिनकी कंप्लीट फाइल्स है उनको यस रिजल्ट्स मिल रहे हैं. दो रिजल्ट्स आर वेरी स्लो, यस दे आर स्लो, बट ऐसा नहीं है कि आ नहीं रहे. स्लो भी नहीं है, the files have just been launched. अभी तो लॉन्च हुई है आपकी फाइल्स. लॉन्च अभी 15 मई से पहले आप सबने करनी थी, तो आप सबने इकट्ठी कर दी होगी, बट ऐसा कुछ था नहीं. अभी भी अगर कोई बच्चा सितंबर के लिए करना चाहता है कर सकता है, जुलाई तक में करना चाहता है 31 जुलाई तक करना चाहता है, स्टूडेंट कैन डू. सो ऐसा कुछ नहीं था, बट यस बहुत सारी फाइल्स आप लोगों ने लॉन्च कर दी होंगी अभी. So yes, it will going to take a lot of time. जिनके बायोमेट्रिक डन है, जिस किसी का रिफ्यूजल था या किसी की बहुत टाइम पहले फाइल लग गई थी, तो उनके बायोमेट्रिक्स डन है, तो होपफुली हम उन पे रिजल्ट्स की जो होप है वो रिजल्ट है वो होप कर रहे हैं. सो रणबीर, यस थैंक्स, आई नो यू आर आवर स्टूडेंट ओनली. रणबीर इज द लैंडमार्क इमिग्रेशन स्टूडेंट ओनली. उनकी फाइल लॉन्च्ड है ऑलरेडी एंड वी आर होपिंग कि इनका रिजल्ट जल्दी आ जाए और पॉजिटिव रिजल्ट ही आए. तो एनी स्टूडेंट जो आपने हमारे थ्रू अप्लाई किया होता है, मुझे मोस्ट ऑफ द स्टूडेंट्स के नाम पता होते हैं, एंड क्योंकि जब भी आप लाइव में जुड़ते हैं मेरे साथ तो आई जस्ट हैव अ ओवरव्यू की अच्छा ये स्टूडेंट्स, आपके भी नाम याद हो जाते हैं मुझे जो मुझसे रोज क्वेश्चन पूछते हैं. सो एंड इफ यू वांट टू मीट मी, इफ यू वांट टू टॉक टू मी, you can do it through Zoom and I will be there for your counseling. I am there throughout the day if anybody wants to talk, if anybody is taking counseling from anyone also wants to take counseling from me, I will do it. I will assess your documents and don't worry. We will assess your documents ourselves only. Even Gurpreet sir is there on the Zoom counseling every day because students के मन में होता है कि हमें तो सिर्फ सर से काउंसलिंग लेनी है और उनके लिए उनको मिलने आना पड़ता था पहले. अभी क्या हो गया, मिलना आना सेफ नहीं है, तो वी हैव टेकन अ न्यू वे. और उसके लिए सी अपॉइंटमेंट्स तो हर चीज के लिए बहुत जरूरी है, बट स्टिल जूम पर आप थोड़ा इजीली अवेलेबल हो जाते हैं क्योंकि इतना टाइम नहीं लगता. आप आओगे या फिर बात करोगे, वो सबका टाइम नहीं लगता है. सो इट्स इजियर. सो मोस्ट ऑफ द स्टूडेंट्स के मैंने क्वेश्चंस आंसर कर दिए हैं. नाइग्रा कॉलेज टोरंटो के साथ हमारा लाइव था. सो कोई भी स्टूडेंट ने जिसने भी मिस किया यही लाइव को जस्ट गो बैक and watch it again. If you want to watch it 10 times you can do it because they're saved on the YouTube channels. So yes, you can see it. And Niagara College Toronto is in the major downtown area of Toronto. अच्छे कोर्सेज अवेलेबल हैं, बहुत बढ़िया कोर्सेज अवेलेबल हैं. 4 कोर्सेज हैं, चारों ही बहुत अच्छे हैं. लाइक IBM हो गया, हॉस्पिटैलिटी हो गया पीजी लेवल पर, HRM हो गया पीजी लेवल पर, बिजनेस जनरल हो गया अंडरग्रेड लेवल पर. So most of the students are there for those kind of courses only. So आपके लिए तो बहुत ही अच्छी अपॉर्चुनिटी है. So I would just say कि आप प्लीज जल्दी से अगर आप अपनी सीट बुक करना चाहते हैं, बिकॉज आज बहुत सारे बच्चों ने क्वेश्चंस पूछे, एंड इफ यू लुकिंग टू अप्लाई, एनी स्टूडेंट हु इज लुकिंग टू अप्लाई, जसप्रीत कौर और एनी स्टूडेंट जिनके भी मुझे नाम नहीं अभी याद सबके, तो तो वो कर सकते हैं, इसी नंबर पर कॉल करना पड़ेगा या मैसेज करना पड़ेगा या व्हाट्सएप करने पड़ेंगे अपने डॉक्यूमेंट। सो थैंक यू सो मच स्टूडेंट्स बने रहने के लिए। फिर से आपके साथ जुड़ने वाले हैं, दोपहर को हम रोज जुड़ते हैं। मोस्टली मैं कनाडा का प्रेफर करती हूँ कि हम दोपहर वाले शो में ही बात करें, but it's fine. Prabnoor, I don't know if you're looking for some public college, you can please contact me. I would just suggest to apply for public college, and I am not sure it is a public college. I'm not sure. Maybe or maybe not. I don't know. So Prabnoor, what I will suggest you to please look for wise decision. So thank you so much students बने रहने के लिए throughout the live session. It was very informative for me. आपके लिए भी बहुत informative रहा होगा तो जरूर दोबारा से चेक करने के लिए सेम हमारे पेजेस पर जाइए, चेक कीजिए. So thank you so much. Bye bye.